Are you looking for the best TVs under $500? In this video, we'll be taking a look at the top 5 TVs that deliver premium features without breaking the bank. Whether you're a movie lover, a gamer, or just upgrading your entertainment setup, we've got something for you. Before we dive in, be sure to check the links in the description to find the best deals and see which TV fits your budget. Number 1. Hisense 50-inch U6HF QLED 4K Fire TV. The Hisense U6HF is the best TV under $500 for anyone who wants a 50-inch display. Its performance isn't quite as good as the brand's newer U6K or U6N, but those models aren't available in this size. To get better picture performance from a 50-inch TV, you'd have to pay at least $750. The U6HF is essentially a downgraded version of the Hisense U6K. Like the U6K, it has a QLED panel to deliver wide color support and up to 600 nits of brightness, which is excellent for this price. It also has local dimming to control light output across specific zones on its screen. This gives it much better contrast performance than cheaper 50-inch TVs. However, this model uses regular-sized LEDs in its backlight rather than the mini LEDs that are used on the U6K. As a result, black levels can't get as deep as that model, and blooming, halos around bright objects on the screen, is more prevalent. Like all our picks in this guide, the U6HF has narrow viewing angles and a screen limited to 60 Hz. This means its colors will fade if you sit to the side of the display, and it can't support 120 Hz gaming. But compared to other 50-inch TVs in this price range, it's nearly in a class of its own. Most TVs this size don't have local dimming at all, and many have a more limited range of colors. The TV also comes with an Alexa voice remote and uses the Fire TV OS as its interface. Hisense used to offer a Google TV version of this model, simply called the U6H, but that edition is no longer sold. The 50-inch U6HF has a full list price of $340, but it's often available for as little as $280, which is an incredible value. When it comes to competing 50-inch TVs, buyers should also consider Amazon's Fire TV Omni QLED. The Omni QLED is a little dimmer than the U6HF, but it has similar color and contrast capabilities, as well as the added bonus of hands-free Alexa support. The 50-inch Omni QLED has an MSRP of over $500, but it's frequently on sale for around $400. Number 2. Roku 55-inch Plus Series 4K QLED TV. Buyers who want the best 55-inch TV for under $500 should check out the Roku Plus series. It delivers good image quality for the money and boasts our favorite smart TV interface. Like the 50-inch Hisense U6HF, the 55-inch Roku Plus series uses a QLED panel with quantum dots and local dimming to provide expanded colors and high contrast. However, the Plus series has more zones to work with, and it can get a little brighter. During our tests, high dynamic range, HDR, content came through with solid pop, making this a great budget TV for movie watching. There are a few shortcomings, like poor viewing angles and a 60 Hz screen, but those limitations are common on most sets under $500. Considering its low price, the Plus series image performance excels where it counts most. We also like this model's Roku OS, operating system, more than rival interfaces, like Google TV and Fire TV. While those platforms place a heavy emphasis on content recommendations, Roku takes a simpler approach. The streamlined homepage focuses squarely on presenting all your TV apps up front and center with large icons that make it easy to organize everything and jump right into your favorite services. The TV's remote has a few nice perks as well, including a built-in battery that recharges over USB. The remote also supports hands-free voice search, with a dedicated mute switch, and has a tiny integrated speaker that can emit a chime if you ever misplace it. The 55-inch Roku Plus series has a full retail price of just under $500, but it's often on sale for even less. In this price range, buyers should also consider Hisense's 55-inch U6N. That model has a list price of over $500, but it's occasionally discounted. The U6N has similar features but boasts a mini LED backlight, which should give it better contrast control than the Plus series. However, we still prefer the Roku OS over the Google TV interface that the Hisense uses. Number 3. TCL 65-inch Q65 QLED 4K TV. As one might expect, bigger TVs tend to cost more than smaller ones. This is especially true if you want advanced image quality perks like local dimming and mini LEDs. However, there are some cheap 65-inch TVs that still manage to offer wide color support, and the TCL Q65 is the best value of the bunch. The Q65 technically carries a list price of $550, but it's commonly sold for under $500 and is sometimes on sale for as low as $400. The Q65 uses the Google TV OS, which should suffice for most streaming needs. It's not as streamlined as the Roku interface, but it offers access to many of the same services and integrates seamlessly with an existing Google account. Buyers who prefer a different interface can always buy a separate media player, like a Roku Ultra or Apple TV. Check out our guide to the best streaming devices for top recommendations. Though it doesn't have local dimming like our 55 and 50-inch PICs, the 65-inch Q65 does have a QLED panel with quantum dots. This enables the TV to produce the expanded color gamut needed for HDR material, which is a rare perk at this price. Its full-screen peak brightness is also decent, but since it lacks local dimming, the TV isn't able to brighten or darken specific zones on its panel. This means it's not able to control its brightness precisely enough to create deep black levels or intense specular highlights, like explosions. So, while the Q65 can offer good HDR color performance, its HDR contrast capabilities are lacking. To get better contrast performance, we recommend stepping up to the 65-inch Hisense U6N, which usually costs between $600 and $800. But if you have a hard budget you don't want to go beyond, the TCL Q65 is the best TV under $500 at this size. For recommendations that cost more than $500, check out our full guide to the best 65-inch TVs. Number 4. Insignia 70-inch F50 LED 4K TV. It's rare to find 70-inch TVs that sell for under $500. In fact, this entry-level Insignia model is one of the very few options that fits that bill. When viewed in this specific context, it's a solid value-forward display. To be clear, you get what you pay for here, as this model makes some big compromises to keep its cost down. As such, we only recommend this for casual buyers who prioritize a large screen and low price above all else. The F50 replaces our previous pick in this category, the F30. The F30 is no longer available, but the F50 carries very similar specifications. It has a standard 4K LED screen that omits any extra bells and whistles like mini LEDs, quantum dots, or local dimming. As a result, the F50's brightness, color, and contrast capabilities are limited. The TV can't control its light output across specific areas, so black levels will appear a bit elevated in a dark room. Though the F50 can technically process high dynamic range, HDR, videos, it doesn't have the ability to get bright or dark enough to really showcase the benefits of HDR content. It also can't display the full range of colors that a QLED TV can. But that doesn't mean the F50 is a bad TV. As an entry-level LED set, it can still handle 4K standard dynamic range, SDR, streaming material just fine, as well as typical live TV broadcasts. Thanks to its built-in Amazon Fire TV operating system, it also offers a large selection of video streaming apps, and it supports Alexa voice search through its remote. Buyers should note that Insignia previously offered an F50 QLED model that implemented quantum dots for better color performance, but that edition is no longer sold. This new F50 only has a regular LED screen. Ultimately, home theater fans are better off stepping down a size and paying a little more for something like TCL's Q65 QLED TV, which can deliver a nice upgrade in color. But as a casual channel surfing display, the F50 is an affordable 70-inch option. Number 5. VIZIO 55-inch V-Series 4K UHD LED Smart TV. First up is the 4K Ultra HD resolution, packing over 8 million pixels for a viewing experience that's bursting with breathtaking detail, 4 times the resolution of your standard 1080p TV. Next, we have Dolby Vision HDR and HDR10. These high dynamic range formats let you see movies, shows, and games just the way the director intended. Dolby Vision stands out for its incredible brightness, contrast, and vibrant color, while HDR10 and HLG support ensure you're future-proofed for the latest content. The full-array backlight ensures LEDs are evenly distributed across the screen, providing superior light uniformity and optimal picture performance, no matter what you're watching. To power it all, the iQ Active processor delivers enhanced picture processing with a 4K upscaling engine that brings your HD content into the world of ultra-crisp 4K. And finally, active pixel tuning makes intelligent adjustments to brightness and contrast at the pixel level. With over 2,000 zones, you get frame-by-frame optimization that takes visual contrast to the next level.